Coming up tonight on Middle Tennessee News, libraries in Wilson County schools will soon look a little different. And if you're in need of a weekend plan, the TBI is hosting an event you will not want to miss.
Middle Tennessee News is adding to their trophy case after the TAB Awards, and they got a very special shout out. All those stories plus your local weather and sports.
Hey, it's Chris Jansen, and you're watching Middle Tennessee News.
Good evening, I'm Kara Fullington.
And I'm Sarah Ottman. Welcome to Middle Tennessee News.
The Middle Tennessee News crew got additions to our trophy case. The Tennessee Association of Broadcasters hosted their first award ceremony October 4th. Middle Tennessee News was up for 3 awards and came home with each of them. We swept the category Best College Digital Media, winning both first and second place. MTN reporter Isabella Gutierrez also received first place in Best College TV Feature Story. Not only were we able to walk away with the 3 awards, we made memories that will last a lifetime. We had the pleasure of meeting 2 award-winning country artists, Kix Brooks and Chris Jansen.
Wilson County School is dangerously close to losing its JROTC program if things do not change. Monday at Wilson County School Board meeting, 2 JROTC students and their program instructor, Tech Sergeant McComas from Lebanon High School, spoke. All 3 gave impassioned speeches on why the program should stay, the success of students in the program, and what it meant to each of them. The problem is that they only have 1 program instructor, but they need 2 to keep their program. They will need a second program instructor by March the 31st, or the Lebanon High School JROTC program will be deactivated.
Absolutely, it needs to stay around. It's a great asset for our students. It's a great program, and we have it in all of our high schools right now except for 1. So I believe that we really need to work hard to ensure that we keep that program.
This week, Lebanon City Council meeting broke history, according to Mayor Rick Bell. Yesterday, Lebanon City Council had to call their meeting to a close before they even had a chance to get it started, due to the lack of quorum. The mayor was only able to address the topics on the agenda, wait in hopes of more attendees, and then draw a meeting to a close. The 10-minute gathering was a shock to all members, especially the mayor. He said that they've always had a meeting. Council members were not present because of various reasons, including illness, softball games, and vacation.
I'm Mayor Rick Bell, and I'm the mayor of Lebanon, Tennessee. And tonight we're supposed to have a city council meeting, but we didn't because there was not a quorum. We have 6 city councilors. In order to have a quorum, you have to have 4 present, and tonight there was only 3.
There's a new man on campus, and he's looking to make a change. Walter Tarver is the newest admin on the Student Success Office. He wants to hit the ground running and helping the over 20,000 students on campus in achieving their degree. As soon as Trevor stepped foot on campus, he said that he felt the family bond the campus has, even with the large quantity of students enrolled. The position that Tarver is placing himself in aims to increase retention and graduation rates. He is also wanting to close the equity gap in academic outcomes for underdeserved students. Tarver has stated that he is up for the task due to his past experience in these types of situations. Walter Tarver is ready for the year and helping everyone stay on track with their degree. The Wilson County Animal Control met on Wednesday to talk about newer investments into the community. The most exciting plans that they discussed were plans of a new shelter to be into motion. Currently, the Wilson County Animal Shelter resides near the Wilson County Dump on Dump Road. With not nearly enough room and non-accommodating address, potential parents and current workers alike find it difficult to get dogs out. This new shelter would have room for parking, volunteers, and even play areas for all of the furry friends to explore in. While this plan for a new shelter may be exciting, do not expect any action until after the elections this November.
We're looking at a building that is currently with the Road Commission, but at the moment it's just conversations. Nothing's definite at this point.
And now Ryan Martinelich joins us with our first look at the weather.
It was a beautiful day here in the mid-state with our temperatures staying in the mid to high 70s. We had gentle winds and low humidity levels today that added to the perfect sunny weather. Mount Juliet was our warmest city today with a high of 78 degrees. Murfreesboro and Shelbyville were close behind with a high of 77 degrees. Humidity levels are expected to rise as we head into the tonight, so stay tuned after the break and I'll have tonight's full forecast. Kira, back to you.
Thanks, Ryan. And still ahead on Middle Tennessee News, the Wilson County School Board is still dealing with repercussions from a tornado, and Dr. Larry Burris joins us with another media commentary. That's coming up next on Middle Tennessee News.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Black truck. Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now we have Dr. Larry Burris with this week's media commentary.
I'd be willing to bet a couple of dozen donuts you've made at least one phone call or been on at least one website that's asked you to give some kind of answer, a number or a word or two about whatever you're calling about. And the phone or computer screen has come back with a prescription or a location or some kind of answer to your question. You understand, I think, that you've been dealing with a machine at the other end of the line. The machine is not alive, it doesn't have feelings, it really doesn't care. It just runs programs. Well, to hear some people tell it, an engineer at Google has developed, well, something that not only seems to think it's alive, its developer thinks it's alive as well, and is really thinking and having real conversations. The software engineer has been suspended, and some media commentators have expressed dismay and alarm that the language program, called LaMDA, is somehow going to take over the world. Well, let's be real clear here. This language processing program is not actually thinking anything. It's not alive, and it doesn't have emotions or feelings. Now, before you say this whole thing is crazy, let me ask you this. How many of you call that device on your kitchen counter by the name Alexa and refer to what is in fact an it as she? Numerous studies have shown how people will not type negative comments about a computer they're using, but will type the negative comments on a different computer. Apparently, many people don't want to offend their personal computer, the machine they're using. I've heard it said that anyone can talk to the dead, but there's a real problem if you think the dead are talking back. Likewise, just because you think that machine on your desk is alive and thinking and has feelings doesn't mean it actually does. I'm Larry Burris.
Thank you, Dr. Burris, and make sure to join us next week for his next media commentary.
The Wilson County School Board was tasked with a possible issue at Stoner Creek Elementary School. 2 years after a tornado impacted the school, construction continues to repair damages. The cement trucks around the campus are causing some parents to be concerned about the air quality. One parent described the area around the school as being in a large dust cloud. This raises some concerns about asbestos contamination as the air travels through the campus and the AC systems in the school. The board offered some answers but are still looking into the issues with the construction company.
They've done some dust tests, but they did it on the new dust. So it's just, safety is the most important thing with our children. We got to keep them safe, and we need to make sure that we're spending every ounce of our time prioritizing their safety first.
MTSU is hosting a broad drive for the month of October. Celebrating both Domestic Violence Awareness Month and Breast Cancer Awareness Month, the broad drive is meant to help women in need. The June Anderson Center for Women and Non-Traditional Students and the MTSU Power of One office are co-sponsoring the drive. Any new bra of any size is welcome. However, comfortable bras including sports, leisure, and t-shirt bras are preferred. The Domestic Violence and Sexual Assault Center is also in search of new shirts, sweatshirts, and sweatpants for those who need a change of clothes. Donations will be accepted until November 1st and can be dropped off at room 330 in the Student Union Building or in room 223 of Jones Hall.
The Wilson County School Board met October 3rd to talk about many different things. The board discussed the placement of ideology, political, and religious flags and symbols in classrooms. During the meeting, Aaron Ward Moore requested that the board reconsider the proposed removal of pride flags and safe space stickers from the classroom and stated that those symbols are vital to mental health of LGBTQ students in Wilson County. However, Joseph Padilla stated that any symbols that could be offensive to students should be removed from the classroom altogether. Padilla also stated that the board should be responsible for those decisions rather than individual schools within Wilson County.
I think it's the board's responsibility, the director's responsibility to talk to our constituents in the community and make that decision for them. And if the other board members feel like they should keep those things, then that's their vote. And if I vote wrong, whatever side I vote on, whatever they decide, that's what I'll support.
The Wilson County School Board met on Monday to discuss old business regarding a land update from Mr. Luttrell. In a unanimous vote, the board granted permission for Mr. Luttrell to proceed with a contract extension with landowners through November 30th, 2022. The land is being used as property for a new elementary and middle school for Wilson County. The original plan was for the land to be used for a new elementary, middle, and high school, but one of the tracts of land was withdrawn from the property owners. Board member Jamie Farrow was pleased with the decision and the extension of the landowners.
Negotiate the extension on the contract till the end of November to kind of keep us, compliant with this contract to see if we're going to be able to move forward or not.
And now Ryan joins us with tonight's forecast.
Our mid-state cities are cooling off tonight into the low 40s, with Smithville and Shelbyville being the coolest at 43 degrees. Winds are expected to pick up after dark, which will make those low temperatures feel even cooler. Despite those cool temperatures, humidity levels are on the rise tonight here in the mid-state, with McMinnville at our highest with 88%. Stick around after the break and I'll have your full 5-day forecast for you.
Thanks, Ryan. And still ahead on Middle Tennessee News, Ryan will bring us the full weather report, and Dylan is over in the MTN Sports Den with your full sports report.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Middle Tennessee News, and now Ryan will join us for our full weather report.
Welcome back, everyone. It seems that summer and fall are currently fighting for the spotlight here as we finish up our first full week of October. Temperatures are heating back up into the next few days, only to drop into cooler weather as we head into the weekend. Today was a beautiful sunny day. Our high was around 77 degrees, and our low for tonight is 45. It seems the trend for the week is our humidity levels to rise pretty high starting in the evening. Today, for example, heading from a comfortable 27% into a muggy 75% tonight. Thursday will be our warmest day of the week with a high of 86 degrees and a low of 51 in the evening. Friday is cooling off a bit with a high of 75 and a low of 41, but winds are picking up to around 10 miles per hour, so expect that wind chill to cool us off a bit more. Saturday is cooling off significantly compared to the rest of the week with a high of 66 degrees and a low of 37. It'll be our windiest day of the week with winds reaching up to 12 miles per hour. Sunday will still be pretty cool at around 69 degrees for the high and a low of 39. As the fall weather creeps up upon us, that means we are fully getting into pumpkin season. As temperatures cool off, that means it's the perfect time to enjoy heading to a pumpkin patch or even try your best not to get lost in a corn maze. This weekend, try heading over to our neighbors in Smyrna at the Walden Family Pumpkin Farm, where admission and parking is totally free.
When we come back, Dylan Simmons is over in the MTN Sports Den. He'll have your full sports report after the break. Stick around.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
If I could go back and change it all,
I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin. But I'm gonna drive home. There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
MTSU is always looking for new ways to improve their athletes' performance. Today, Audrey Green has returned like LeBron to Cleveland to give us a look at the latest in MTSU's own sports science.
Technology has come a long way, from telescopes that can see faraway galaxies to GPS navigation on all kinds of devices. Middle Tennessee State University is actually testing an advancement called a turf tank. Turf Tank is a company that sells machines that paints lines on sports fields. Hayden from Turf Tank came to MTSU to demo the Turf Tank robot on the soccer field.
Turf Tank is the world's best and first autonomous robotic field painter. All you do to paint with this robot is give it a couple of points and tell it the dimensions, and it'll paint your entire field.
This robot paints with a centimeter of accuracy with every single painting. However, it was not sunshine and rainbows at first when Jason Young demoed them.
We've demoed them in the past. Technology's really come a long way over the last 5 or 6 years on what these machines can do, but they're basically taking care of your labor to paint a sports field, along with there's no need to go out and measure and string.
This machine not only saves labor cost, but it saves time.
It will paint an entire soccer field in 20 minutes or less. That's 11v11 soccer field with all your lines. I can get a full football field, numbers, end zones, lines, all the bells and whistles in 3 hours or less.
The deciding factor for MTSU to use the turf tank is if it will be cost effective or not.
Over time, this unit, it would probably pay for itself in paint costs in 3 to 4 years' time.
Will MTSU use this autonomous machine? We will find out soon enough. In Murfreesboro, Tennessee, Audrey Green, MTN News.
Thanks, Audrey. Always awesome to see how MTSU is taking things to the next level with the analytical edge. Cannot wait to see more in the future. MTSU volleyball came within a pendulum-shifting win on Sunday. The Raiders came into the game against the FIU Panthers looking to escape out of the whale of losing, and like Jonah, they found their way out. MT was able to secure several key kills early on while being led by Kaylee Oscarson, who recorded 7 saves and 11 brick blocks. Not to be outdone, the Raiders were also complimented by Taylor Isert, who recorded her 2,000th save in her career, continuing her rise to a status as legendary as Gordon Ramsay's cooking. Marley Benton is also a player ticking on the clutch watch, as she now stands just 1 service ace away from becoming the MTSU record holder in the 25-point era. Next up for Blue Raider volleyball is the UTSA Roadrunners tomorrow night at 6, where they will look to avenge the football team while propping up their own season. Men's golf has made a statement in the home of Jerry World. Blue Raider men's golf played in the Trinity Forest Invitational and played a consistent outing that saw much success. Owen Stamper was the team's highest finisher, making a stamp worthy of George Washington himself, as he finished 32nd overall with a score of 216. Carter Maneth also had Tiger Woods' moxie with a 217 overall score, while also recording the first eagle of his career as a Blue Raider. Kevin Jagers had the singular standout performance with 7 birdies in the 3rd round, which would be the best of MTSU in the tourney. Coach Mark McIntyre said of the Invitational, "It's good to get some solid rounds from everyone."
The Raiders will do Darius Rucker proud as they will head near Johnson City, Tennessee next to play in the Bank of Tennessee Intercollegiate starting on Sunday. Two legends have traveled down to Tulsa to do MTSU men's tennis proud. Oscar Brostrom-Poulsen and Francisco Rocha are currently in the midst of the ITA All-American Championships, competing in both singles and doubles. Among the many highlights are performances as lights out as a solar eclipse that took place yesterday. As a duo, they were Batman and Robin levels of dangerous, as they picked up a doubles win over Ohio State's J.J. Tracy and Cannon Kingsley 6-3 and 6-3. Brostrom-Poulsen also picked up his first-ranked singles win in his career against number 99 Aditya Vashista. The dynamic duo will continue their meteoric rise as they play in the ITA doubles main draw in the days to come. Drivers beware, because Blue Raider softball is swinging over all the fences in their fall season. MTSU is currently off to a 3-0 start and most recently picked up a win against Jackson State Community College. The game featured the best of the softball squad as Amaya Harris and Shelby Eccles started by picking up singles in separate innings. The final score was 37-1. No, that is not a mistake, and no, John Heisman has not been resurrected to coach again. Softball's next test is in action as we speak, as they are currently playing Bevel State Community College. So head down to watch some softball once we end. Kira, back to you.
Thanks, Dylan. And wrapping up our show tonight, it's World's Teacher Day. This day has consistently been celebrated on October 5th since 1994. This day was created by the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization to celebrate teachers in all that they do.
To observe this holiday, you can simply thank your favorite teacher for all of their hard work. As MTN is a student organization, we appreciate all that our professors do for us. So thank you to all of them.
Thank you for joining us on Middle Tennessee News. I'm Kira Fullington, joined by Sarah Ottman, Dylan Simmons, and Ryan Martinelich. If you missed this or any show, you can watch them on our website, middletennesseenews.net.
Make sure to follow us on all of our social media sites as well, Facebook/Middle Tennessee News or at Middle TN News on Twitter and TikTok. We'll see you after fall break, Wednesday, October 12th for our next show.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just a little moment. If I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But
I'm gonna drive home. There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.